The Chiefs cracked the code several years back when they got Tyreek Hill. Now, he fell to round 5 for off-field issues, and he fell out of favor because he wanted more money than the Chiefs would give. The Chiefs were happy to trade him to the Dolphins for 5 draft picks and removal of the obligation to pay him $75 million over 3 years. The Chiefs opened their offseason program on Monday. Let's have a listen to Andy Reid on how he went about working through this delicate situation, especially when you have a quarterback in Patrick Mahomes and a tight end in Travis Kelce that probably would have liked to have kept Tyreek Hill around.
I kept it, myself and Brett, kept it wide open with Patrick. As part of playing that position, there's a pretty good chance there's change going to take place throughout your career. And so that's all part of it. And I also mentioned it to Kelce, just so he had a heads up on it too. Those guys are very close, and the 3 of them, and have had a lot of production for us. So, but it's important that they see that part of it. That's part of this game, and change does take place. So. And I think you beat around the bush on it. I don't think that's good either. I'm kind of upfront, and this is what it is, and this is the plan going forward.
Yeah, obviously my initial reaction was a little bit of shock. Even though you knew that this was a possibility, just playing with a guy that you've played and built a friendship with over the last 6 years, it definitely was something that you didn't want him to leave, more for the just being able to hang out in the locker room and do that stuff than the actual on the field stuff. But you're happy for him, man. He got a great contract. Obviously, he's back where he has a house in the off season around a lot of his family and stuff like that. And I wish the best for him. And then for me, it was just we got to keep rolling. That's just kind of how it is in this league. It's a business as much as it is about your friendships and stuff like that. And so we know that in order to have success in this league, you have to keep evolving and keep getting better. And so I got with these new receivers as quickly as possible and try to build that so that we could have success right when we get going this year.
One of the realities for Patrick Mahomes, and we said this at the time, Tyreek Hill was going to leave at some point over the course of his career. He's going to cycle through, Mahomes will, various great receivers and tight ends and running backs. He's going to be the common thread. Look at all the different receivers Tom Brady has played with over the course of 22 years. That will happen. I don't think anybody expected Tyreek Hill to be gone this quickly, but it looks like Andy Reid did a good job of keeping everyone apprised of what was happening. It makes it even more amazing, Chris, that it was kept under wraps. Think about that. Mahomes knew about it. Kelce knew about it. Others in the organization knew about it. And then when Drew Rosenhaus gets permission to shop Tyreek Hill in a potential trade, and every team knows about it, nobody said boo. That amazes me as much as the fact that the trade happened, that it was kept under wraps for as long as it was. It's amazing.
Yeah, it is amazing. The league, the way it is now, stories like that usually spread like fire. They're good guys, and it's a well-run organization. And it speaks to Andy Reid again. Andy Reid and Brett Veach, they got the golden touch as far as how to communicate with players. Players love them. They trust them. Andy Reid's been a head coach for a long time. What are we talking about, 20 years? And we got like 2 players who have ever said anything remotely not positive about Andy Reid. It's incredible that way. So there's something there to that. Tyreek Hill's a hell of a football player. He's not easy to replace. But this is an offense got a lot of talent. McCole Hardman will be able to, take a little edge off of it with his speed. Valdez-Scantling, another guy that can run, not like Tyreek, but it's close to that. It's not far off. It's still going to be scary when he's running down the middle of the field. The team's going to be like, oh, wait, it's Patrick Mahomes at quarterback. We better get back. I know this isn't Tyreek, but Valdez-Scantling can also catch the ball 70 yards down the field. So that's where, and I'm like, I don't know about you, but I'm amazed at how many people in social media and everything that people think Patrick Mahomes is going to fall off without Tyreek Hill. Like, those people should be knocked off of social media. Like, they block them from Twitter for being too stupid or Instagram for being too stupid. Like, what are you talking about? Tyreek Hill misses games this year, last year, the year they go to the Super Bowl. We don't even think about it. We just go, Kansas City, keep rolling. We didn't think of Tyreek Hill like Tyreek Hill until Patrick Mahomes started throwing bombs to him off the back foot 80 yards down the field. I mean, so it's insane where people go with these conversations. They're going to be just fine. He'll be just fine. I know that. But I would bet you and my money that Mahomes will be more fine than Tyreek Hill when all's said and done.
Chiefs are 4-2 without Tyreek Hill on the field, and to your point, they can get it done without him. But he also got it done when Alex Smith was the quarterback. That was his first season as a regular contributor in 2017.
Sure.
So it's a chicken and the egg thing, and that's another topic that Andy Reid addressed yesterday. Now that the egg or the chicken is gone, what will the offense look like? Here he is.
I don't think it'll be significantly different. It'll be similar to what we did when in the games that Tyreek couldn't play in. We just there are certain things that he did very well that we'll have people try to fill in those spots, but without forcing anything. What we do on this is we try to play to the player's strengths the best we can. So we'll see with some of the new guys what they can do, and then we'll work around that.
Is we have a lot of size in that receiving room that we haven't necessarily had in the past. We've done it different ways with speed and beating guys deep and stuff like that. But to have big physical receivers that can still run, that can still catch the ball over the top, but at the same time, there's been balls I've even thrown while we're throwing just kind of out there routes on air type stuff, and I've thrown it high thinking it's an overthrow, and those guys are catching it easy. So, yeah, I mean, I'm very interested to see how defenses are going to play us just in general, because I mean, a lot of that shell stuff was because of the speed that we had on the outside, and this year we have that speed still with guys like Valdez-Scantling and McCole, but we also have bigger guys that can catch over the middle with Travis obviously and Juju and all these guys. So we kind of have a nice mixture of speed and size, which I think will force defenses to try to not only play those deep coverages, but come up and play some man too. So I think it's going to be able to have a different variety for them where they won't know exactly where the ball's going every single play. They don't know where it's going to because we have so many different guys that can make plays in this offense.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.